কৰিলো আৰু লাগিব দিয়া আৰু বৰষুণ আহিব নহয়
5 narrow tributaries that drain rainwater across the city due to rapid urbanization, depletion of forest and tree cover and encroachment on 18 hills in Guwahati over decades are the reasons behind worsening urban flooding over the years, experts said. A retired professor at Gauhati University, who conducted an in-depth study on urban flooding, said Guwahati witnessed major changes especially in the last 4 decades after human settlement increased in the city following the shift of the capital from Shillong to Dispur in 1972-73. Forest cover is decreasing, urbanization is occurring rapidly and tributaries are losing their capacity to carry rainwater. People will have to leave the city immediately if the government does not formulate concrete policies to make the city a priority and city residents do not cooperate with the government. The retired professor said. IIT Guwahati Professor of Water Resources in the Civil Engineering Department, Arap Kumar Sarma, said desilting of drains by the Guwahati Municipal Corporation alone cannot tackle worsening urban flooding in the city until scientific measures are taken, such as installing debris control filters, and creates shallowing basins at waterway entry points, not adopted by the government. He said apart from implementing ecological management practices such as increasing grasslands, tree cover and vegetation, steps to prevent waste and sediment from entering waterways should also be taken. He said that creating shallowing basins at the junction of primary and secondary channels could also be done. Is an effective way to curb sedimentation because the basin will curb the speed of flow and mud deposition in the basin. Sarma in a research paper published a few years ago said optimal ecological management practices like increasing grasslands, tree cover, vegetation and construction of drains should be followed to reduce flooding. Heavy rains in Guwahati caused flash floods in several parts of the city, causing traffic jams which was serious and resulted in passengers being stranded. The city received 56 millimeters of rainfall, with higher rainfall recorded in certain areas. Flooding affected various parts of the city, including the newly constructed flyover. Ferry services were suspended and cricket matches were suspended. Cuttack Municipal Corporation CMC in India has planned to renovate secondary stormwater drains in the city. The 3 km long drain, built in 1987, was intended to drain rainwater during the rainy season but is often blocked by sewage and rubbish. The renovation project, estimated to cost Rs 82.29 crore, will include a concrete base and 20 feet high concrete walls. Barricades will also be installed to prevent animals and humans from entering. Construction is expected to begin in November and be completed within a year.